Do not stand or block aisles. Professional photographers will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. Those photos will be made available to graduates after commencement. As a courtesy to those around you, please silence your mobile devices, and in the event of an emergency, please proceed to the safest and nearest exit and follow the instructions of safety personnel. Your cooperation today is much appreciated. At this time, we ask that the audience please take their seats. The ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to CSUF, and congratulations to all of our Titan grads. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California State University Fullerton's Commencement 2022. Graduate, then celebrate. Commencement is a formal academic ceremony, and all graduates are expected to participate until the conclusion. We ask that guests also wait until the ceremony ends to leave. Each graduate's name will be announced. Please refrain from causing distractions or loud disruptions that will prevent any of our graduates' names from being heard. Bullhorns, large signs, and beach balls are prohibited and may be confiscated, and disruptive guests will be asked to leave. Guests are not permitted in the graduate seating area. During the ceremony, please remain in your seats and keep all aisles and walkways clear. Guests taking photos or video must remain in guest seating, and again, please do not stand or block aisles. Professional photographers will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. Those photos will be made available to graduates after commencement. As a courtesy to those around you, please silence your mobile devices, and in the event of an emergency, please proceed to the safest and nearest exit and follow the instructions of safety personnel. Your cooperation today is much appreciated. At this time, we ask that the audience please take their seats. The ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to CSUF, and congratulations to all of our Titan grads. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California State University Fullerton's Commencement 2022. Graduate, then celebrate. Commencement is a formal academic ceremony, and all graduates are expected to participate until the conclusion. We ask that guests also wait until the ceremony ends to leave. Each graduate's name will be announced. Please refrain from causing distractions or loud disruptions that will prevent any of our graduates' names from being heard. Bullhorns, large signs, and beach balls are prohibited and may be confiscated, and disruptive guests will be asked to leave. Guests are not permitted in the graduate seating area. During the ceremony, please remain in your seats and keep all aisles and walkways clear. Guests taking photos or video must remain in guest seating, and again, please do not stand or block aisles. Professional photographers will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. Those photos will be made available to graduates after commencement. As a courtesy to those around you, please silence your mobile devices, and in the event of an emergency, please proceed to the safest and nearest exit and follow the instructions of safety personnel. Your cooperation today is much appreciated. At this time, we ask that the audience please take their seats. The ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to CSUF, and congratulations to all of our Titan grads. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California State University Fullerton's Commencement 2022. Graduate, then celebrate. Commencement is a formal academic ceremony, and all graduates are expected to participate until the conclusion. We ask that guests also wait until the ceremony ends to leave. Each graduate's name will be announced. Please refrain from causing distractions or loud disruptions that will prevent any of our graduates' names from being heard. Bullhorns, large signs, and beach balls are prohibited and may be confiscated, and disruptive guests will be asked to leave. Guests are not permitted in the graduate seating area. During the ceremony, please remain in your seats and keep all aisles and walkways clear. Guests taking photos or video must remain in guest seating, and again, please do not stand or block aisles. Professional photographers will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. Those photos will be made available to graduates after Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California State University Fullerton's Commencement 2022. Graduate, then celebrate. Commencement is a formal academic ceremony, and all graduates are expected to participate until the conclusion. We ask that guests also wait until the ceremony ends to leave. Each graduate's name will be announced. Please refrain from causing distractions or loud disruptions that will prevent any of our graduates' names from being heard. Bullhorns, large signs, and beach balls are prohibited and may be confiscated, and disruptive guests will be asked to leave. Guests are not permitted in the graduate seating area. During the ceremony, please remain in your seats and keep all aisles and walkways clear. Guests taking photos or video must remain in guest seating. And again, please do not stand or block aisles. Professional photographers will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. Those photos will be made available to graduates after commencement. As a courtesy to those around you, please silence your mobile devices. And in the event of an emergency, please proceed to the safest and nearest exit and follow the instructions of safety personnel. Your cooperation today is much appreciated. At this time, we ask that the audience please take their seats. The ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to CSUF, and congratulations to all of our Titan grads.
Welcome. My name is Patricia Perez, Associate Dean for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. It is my pleasure to introduce Elder Adelia Sandoval. Elder Adelia Sandoval is a spiritual overseer, Huul, and cultural director for the Juaneño Band of Mission Indians, Ashaman Nation. Elder Adelia Sandoval shares her Ashaman culture through art, writing, storytelling, and singing. She's a ceremonial leader, songkeeper, wisdom holder, tribal teacher, and healer. We are honored to have Elder Adelia Sandoval provide the land acknowledgement to open our ceremony.
Hey, hey, ya. Hey, hey, ya. Hey, ya. Hey, ya. Hey, ya. Hey, ya. Hey, 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 ya. The blessing of the 6 directions. O Tunovkat Mukat, O great weaver, weave us together this day as we walk this sacred circle, gathering love and light with each step. Bless this commencement ceremony. Bless the graduating class, the staff, the professors, and the families of those gathered here this afternoon as we call the sacred winds to join us. O sacred wind of the west, Peyomi Kungla, we call you first, for you are the wind of our homeland. It is here that we smell the fragrant ocean waters. It is here where we listen for the call of the dolphin and the whale. We listen to them singing to us along the ocean shore. O sacred wind of the north, Tomomi Kungla, join with us on our sacred walk. Show us the secrets of the great deer. For it is here we learn to listen to all of life. The stone people come to our aid and bring us the healing light of the sacred crystals. O sacred wind of the east, Kwimikungla, the place of Ashwut, the golden eagle. Here the golden light of the newborn sun glistens on Ashwut's wings. It is a place of vision and truth and rebirth, and where Tamet, the sun, rises each morning. Here the color of the wind is yellow and bright, and the medicine of Ashwut teaches us to see from a higher place. O sacred wind of the south, Kichmekungla, the home of Ishwut, the red wolf. And red is the color of the wind and of the earth, and it is here that we join together as one family. It is here where we discover that we are all related, that we are indeed one. Here we play together. Oh yes, and we squabble, and we forgive. Oh, Tupangna, sky above, the golden wind blows through us as we honor our ancestors, the people of this land. For they walked this land for thousands of years before all of us. They were called by many names: ocean people, star people, acorn people, people of the wild sweet pea, the Ahashimen people. They had strong hands and leathered feet, eyes that paid attention to every detail, ears that understood the language of every creature, great and small, noses that could smell the changes of every season, and voices that sang all day and all night. They were people who called the center of the Milky Way their home away from home. Oh, Mother Earth, firm below us, we nestle in your loving arms. We caress your skin and smell your musky fragrance. Your silver glistening wind sparkles around us. We learn from you to stand firm and keep our balance. We learn from you to give and to take. Oh, Mother, you have power and strength beyond our imagination, but also hold within you the secrets of the gentle rain and the soft breezes. We ask you to be gentle with us as you stretch and shift, seeking your own inner balance. Oh, great weaver, we have completed our journey in prayer. We thank you for joining with us as we have gathered love and light from each sacred direction. So now we take this radiant hoop and we place it all around us. Let us rejoice, and let us always remember that what we do this day, we do for the generations to come. Ilah, ilah, ilah.
Thank you, Ms. Sandoval. Good afternoon, Titans. Are you out there? All right. So my name is Dr. Cheryl Fontaine, and I am the Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I am so happy to be welcoming you all here today to the 2022 commencement ceremony for the Departments of Liberal Studies, there we go, Philosophy, Politics, Administration, and Justice, Religious Studies, and Women and Gender Studies. I would like to begin by introducing you to your platform party. And Criminal Justice. Who don't know they're part of a department. Welcome to all of you. Our platform party, Vice President and Provost, Dr. Carolyn Thomas. Associate Dean, Dr. Jessica Stern. Associate Dean, Dr. Patricia Perez. Student Representative from the Board of Trustees, Maria Linares. Chair of Women and Gender Studies, Dr. Carol Ketchum. Chair of Religious Studies, Dr. Zaki Ibrahim. Chair of Philosophy, Dr. Emily Lee. Chair of Liberal Studies, Dr. April Bullock. Chair of Politics, Administration, and Justice, Dr. Matt Jarvis. And the Vice Chair of the Department of Politics, Administration, and Justice, Dr. Philip Kopp. So I'd like to begin the ceremony this afternoon with an offer of gratitude and a gift. First, to the staff of the college, who have listened to students' every question and every concern with remarkable patience, and who've responded with the insight of your experience. You who are the engines that have kept our departments running through this time of in-person and virtual modalities, and who have been so central in creating the event for our graduates today, we are all extremely grateful. To the parents, family, and friends of today's graduates, those of us here today, those at home, and those whose absence we continue to grieve, please accept my gratitude for everything you have done for your students, for offering rides to campus and paying for increased internet speed, for helping to find resources to pay for tuition fees and book fees, for being in the room to offer support through the dark moods of midterms and finals, and to share in the elation of a project well done and a paper well written. I'm grateful for your belief in the value of a college degree and your belief in the capability and promise of your students, and I'm grateful that you entrusted your education to us. Faculty, I offer gratitude for your intellectual distinction and your intellectual generosity, for setting the bar high for your students and then providing them with the academic support and emotional encouragement that they needed to clear that bar. You are true teacher scholars. You are the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And finally, to the students, I'm grateful for your intellectual curiosity, for the questions to which you expect answers, and the charitable spirit with which you listen. I'm grateful for your compassion and kindness to one another and to yourselves. I'm grateful for your impatience with what the world has offered you and your zeal to change what you don't like. You leave here today and enter tomorrow with the education and experiences of your degree programs. You take with you the skills and knowledge to make every tomorrow more informed, more reflective, more inclusive, and more hopeful. And now my gift to the graduates. First, I gift you the experience and success of the thousands of HSS alumni who have come before you. Today, those former students are changing the world. They are counselors, teachers, professors, business owners, city managers, lawyers, peace officers, mayors, members of Assembly and Senate. We've heard stories from a former student who's a project manager at a major cable network and another who manages a company that ensures environmental sustainability. We celebrate the success of an alum who owns a culturally and historically focused bookshop and another who is CEO of a business that promotes initiatives related to social justice. And we've received remarkable photos from halfway around the world sent by the HSS graduate who works as a research site manager at the South Pole. Like you, on the day that they graduated, these alumni could not have known exactly where life would lead them in 10 or 20 years. But also, like you, they graduated with the academic knowledge, social awareness, cultural understanding, and personal drive that would carry them into their future. Their success is your promise. And finally, I offer you a gift of silence, a few seconds to draw yourselves into your commencement day, to feel the presence of family and friends around you, to feel the breeze and the sunlight of this afternoon, to hear the sounds that we can only hear in silence. I gift you a few seconds of quiet to imprint the memory of this day in your hearts. Thank you. Once a Titan, always a Titan. Dr. Carolyn Thomas began her journey in higher education at Cal State Fullerton as an undergraduate who earned her bachelor's degree in American Studies and German. Dr. Thomas earned her doctorate in philosophy and American Studies from the University of Texas, Austin in 2001. As Cal State Fullerton's Provost, Dr. Thomas is a member of the President's Cabinet and leads division engagement in areas of institutional priority. She provides leadership for division student success initiatives and the planning and management of academic, instructional, and financial resources supporting teaching and scholarly activities. As an administrator, her recent research and professional work focus on enhancing student academic success through inclusive teaching, advising, and mentoring practices. Please welcome to the podium our Vice President Provost, Dr. Carolyn Thomas.
Hello, graduates. I am so happy to be here today to celebrate you and all you've accomplished, to celebrate your loved ones in the stands who've supported you from near and far, to share this moment together, your relief and excitement about what comes next, and their pride, because of course in the stands, they always knew that you would get right here. You are impressive. This class of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, never before in the history of this college or the history of this campus have so many graduating seniors completed their studies with honors. Never before have students on this campus or any campus pivoted in a global pandemic, then pivoted back and arrived on this day. That's right. You've absorbed a lot of change to get here. At their core, our humanities and social sciences majors pursue answers to common questions. What does it mean to be human? How did we arrive at the condition we find ourselves in today? How do we get to a better place in the future? Almost 30 years, I sat where you are as a graduate of this college. It wasn't the college that I started out in when I came to Cal State Fullerton, but when I found this college, I knew I was home. I found people who wanted to understand difference, how things like language and history and politics and religion and ethnicity and race shape our identities and values. I was invited to examine my upbringing in Southern California with its systemic racism and my white privilege. I learned how political, economic, and social power collect, and I theorized about ways to challenge it. I learned a second language, and the world cracked open. I remember when I was studying abroad in Germany my junior year, and I had known people almost a whole year, and I was finally called by them Freunde, or friend, instead of the word Bekannte, or acquaintance. I realized how that word friend in American culture, which we give so easily to people we've just met, is so different in other parts of the world, and that matters to who I am and our values. I was reminded of that feeling years later when I learned Spanish, and I came to understand this phrase, Dime con quién andas, y te diré cómo eres. Tell me who you go with, and I'll tell you who you are. What a different way than in American culture to think about the role of individual within the group. There are things about yourself you cannot understand until you understand a culture not your own. And if you cannot understand yourself, you cannot change yourself. I loved my majors, and I love them even more now. In hard moments when I'm discouraged, they give me levers that I pull. Because there are always levers if you understand history, politics, and culture. I use my skills from my training in humanities and social sciences in my work as Provost, which you can think of as like being the manager of the academic side of this campus. There's often no right answer for decisions I need to make. Instead, there's a bunch of information that could influence a decision in multiple directions. To get to that decision, I have to analyze issues from multiple perspectives. It requires research, collaboration, communication, and understanding cultural difference. It's like a great group project every day. And while there are plenty of people who do my job with different backgrounds, I don't think that they do it better. I think my training in humanities and social sciences made me comfortable with ambiguity, good at finding and processing information quickly, and storytelling. And I try in all my work to make sure that the outcomes bend us towards greater justice. One of the best kept secrets in American society is just how useful your degree is. Here's a list of the top 5 skills this country's employers would like to see in their job candidates: problem solving, communication, teamwork, leadership, intercultural fluency. It's like a compilation of the syllabus of every upper division social science and humanities class. I probably shouldn't ask you to do something because part of the definition of being a graduate is that you no longer have to do what we ask after the ceremony. But I want you to imagine that the things you've learned in your classes, in your major, are like in a very large suitcase you've been dragging around with you all these years. I want you to lay the suitcase down and take the objects out. Look at that pile of problem solving you collected. Dust off how you went from fearing ever being called on in class to leading class discussion. Shake out all that you learned about people's experiences who are not like you. Consider how your learning prepares you to lead, not the push to the front, pick me kind of leadership, but the kind of leadership that brings out the best in those around you. Put these things in little bags and call them life kits, and think about as you assemble them how they form the basis of what you now know how to do, and what you'll fight for and how. Now grab a backpack, let's call it the HSS backpack, and put those life kits inside. These are your essential skills for your job, and these are your essential skills for your life. And leave a little extra space in there, because as all good social scientists and humanists know, there is always room for what we don't know yet. Never undervalue that pack and its contents, and never undervalue its wearer. There is no greater need in society now than to take everyday actions that help us arrive at a better future, and you have everything it takes to do that in moments large and small you will confront in the years to come. Thank you, HSS Traveler, for what you are, what you've learned, and what you'll do. Tusks up, and congratulations to you, class of 22.
Hello, I'm Associate Dean Jessica Stern, and I think between me and the Student Success team, I sat down with probably every one of you and helped you graduate during orientation, which is one of my favorite times of the year, except for this one, where I get to see the fruition of all your hard work. So let's start by recognizing university honors. Outstanding scholastic achievements at the baccalaureate level are recognized by the awarding of honors. In recognition of their scholastic excellence, each graduate has been presented with a medallion. Cal State Fullerton recognizes 3 levels of distinction. Summa cum laude, undergraduate students achieved a grade point average of 3.9 or higher. Magna cum laude students achieved a grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. And cum laude students achieved a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74 in all university coursework. I invite all honors students to stand in body, mind, or spirit. Congratulations to all our honors graduates. We're very proud of you. Please be seated. All right, now I get to start inviting our student speakers to the stage, and I get to introduce you to our student speakers. And our first student speaker is Abby Hunt. Abby Hunt is a transfer student majoring in women and gender studies. She spent this past semester as an intern with the LGBTQ Center OC and is graduating summa cum laude.
Hello, everyone. Isn't this exciting? I feel so honored to be speaking to you all today. I want to begin by thanking everyone for coming here to share this day with us. And specifically, I want to thank my parents, my loved ones, my fellow women and gender studies students, and our incredible faculty. I transferred to Cal State Fullerton after 4 years at community college. At that point, I was tired of school, and when it came to picking a major, I decided that I wanted to do something where I would be surrounded by interesting people and learn interesting things. After my first semester, I knew that women and gender studies would be the right fit. It's been wonderful to learn not just from my professors, who have been so supportive and so passionate about their work, but also from my fellow students. Together, we created a space where we could share our passions and connect theory to ourselves, to each other, and to the world around us. When I came to Cal State Fullerton in the fall of 2019, I imagined a much different experience ahead of me. The past 2 years have been hard, and I don't think we'll ever be able to measure what's been lost. But it's important to recognize that what we've accomplished here is no small feat. We are allowed space to grieve what we lost and the experiences we did not get to have. But I think that we should all be very proud that we made it here. I want to especially recognize those who don't feel like they had the typical graduate high school and finish university in 4 years experience. I want to recognize my fellow transfer students and those who took time off to take care of themselves or others, those who changed their majors or started school later, or those who left and came back for any reason. The standard narrative that we have for education doesn't tend to account for life happening to us along the way. What matters is that we're all here, and we all deserve to be celebrated for what we've accomplished. And lastly, I want to invite you to think about what you're taking home here, besides, of course, a super expensive piece of paper. We are taking home all the things that we learned and the experiences that we had. Here, we gained new lenses through which to see the world, new ways to ask questions and get answers, new connections, and new realizations about who we are. And we get to take all these things to the next stage of our lives, whether that's going to be grad school, a career, or just a moment to breathe while you figure it out. I want to thank everyone who guided and supported all of us, the faculty, the staff, all of our loved ones who have been there, whether that's for the whole journey or for just a part of it. Make sure they know what they mean to you. And thank you to my fellow students. What a cool journey this has been. I can't wait to see where we all go. Thank you.
Anywhere. Got me center stage. Next up is Jeremy Santiago, who is a first-generation college student who is graduating with a BA in philosophy. He transferred from Los Angeles Community College with an AA in liberal arts, social and behavioral sciences. During his last year, he served as a peer mentor in housing and residential engagement. Mr. Santiago is graduating as summa cum laude, and he plans on pursuing a doctorate in philosophy.
Thank you for the introduction. Esteemed professors, family, friends, and fellow classmates, my name is Jeremy Santiago, and I'm honored to stand before you today. Our commencement represents the perseverance, hard work, dedication, and for me at least, a couple gallons of coffee that it took to complete this degree. Today is the day that we will all remember because we earned our place to be sitting here today. My academic journey studying philosophy began at community college. I was not sure what I wanted to study, but taking a philosophy class there sparked an interest that grows every day. In that class, I learned about Socrates, his way of practicing philosophy, and importantly, the value he placed on not knowing. Socrates famously asserted that he knew nothing. He didn't say this because he actually thought he knew nothing. He said it because assuming that he knew nothing enabled him to pursue truth open-mindedly without being deceived or distracted by what he previously believed. And in this position of assumed ignorance, Socrates was able to peer into other people's reasoning and help them realize that just maybe, they may not know as much as they think they do. I bring up Socrates today because in my time taking philosophy classes here at Cal State Fullerton, I learned how valuable it is to admit that I don't know as much as I think I do. I thought I knew what language was. Then I took a philosophy of language class, and I learned how complex meaning, communication, and speech really is. I thought artificial intelligence cannot be conscious. Then I took a philosophy of mind class, and I realized that just maybe, AI can eventually have consciousness. All it took was for me to critically engage with an alternative philosophical perspective to question my original stance. Importantly, this is not a bad thing. Having my ideas challenged sometimes made me realize that I was wrong, and other times it made me realize how important it is to really think things through. Like Socrates, only after I realized that maybe I do not know was I able to start successfully striving towards truth. Of course, philosophy doesn't guarantee certainty. Nothing interesting does. But there is tremendous value in striving to understand amidst the uncertainty. Within uncertainty, you can challenge yourself and others to explore the possibilities of truth. When you engage in conversation and try to learn something, suppose that you know nothing and find beauty in the discussion that moves you and others towards truth. Be open to learn, be open to having your ideas challenged, and be open to slamming the door on dogmatism. For the sake of learning, be courageous by rightfully claiming that you do not know. While of course getting your degree today shows that you do know something, you know a lot, but remember the value of not knowing. Stay curious, continue your quest for wisdom, and never stop learning. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Our next student speaker is Bronson Vasquez. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies. and he'd like to thank the staff at CSUF for being so supportive.
Hello, class of 2022. It wasn't so long ago that I was able to be here at Cal State Fullerton to watch my mother walk during her commencement, and the fact that our seats have switched fills my heart with no small amount of joy. While I'm here, I'd like to thank those closest to me, my mom, my dad, Grant, Joey, Jake, Jason, Nika, and Tito, for always being there for me, for supporting me, and for being the reason that I never give up. I'd also like to thank the wonderful people in the Religious Studies Department, especially Professor Solano, Professor Ibrahim, Professor Yolakar, and Professor Hubbard for taking such an interest in my success as a student. These last few years have been especially trying for us, not just in America, but globally. And despite technology improving our ability to communicate, we seem less keen to interact and more likely to isolate, even when we aren't forced to. I've heard it said that if you want to keep polite company polite, do not talk about family, politics, or religion. Anyways, I'm going to talk about religion. Religion is a strange beast. On the one hand, religion is rarely talked about, save for very specific circumstances and environments. On the other hand, religion is often core to many people's identities, guiding their moral code and giving them a community to be a part of. Religion is an answer to the many unanswerable questions of the universe and a reason to continue to survive in the face of life's many trials. This dichotomy of being a taboo topic, as well as the power it has in everyday life, is what drew me to study religion. I wanted to learn more about religions that were not as common as Christianity is in America, and because of the program here, I was able to do just that. Being raised Catholic meant that was the only kind of spirituality I had ever known. But visiting a Buddhist temple showed me how practicing spirituality took more than the one shape I was taught. Studying the history of Islam showed me the importance of religion in defining a group of people's morals and values. Discussing the Hindu pantheon showed me how belief in higher power could take many different forms than the one that I was accustomed to. But in the course of learning about the theology of Hinduism, the ritual practices of Buddhism, and the history of Islam, what I actually ended up gaining was a more complete and intimate understanding of the people that practice these religions, a more rounded and complete education into other cultures, not only in Southern California, but around the world. And it is this understanding that I take with me into the world. This insight into a rarely discussed yet nearly universal aspect of humanity allows me to better connect with others, to see who they are at their most fundamental level, and to, hopefully, foster a stronger base of understanding between ideologically different people. Moving forward, the knowledge given to me by the Religious Studies Department to interconnect and understand differences form the basis of global unity we all strive towards. Life's trials won't end with pandemics or wars or hate. It will be up to us, this new generation of graduates, to walk side by side into a tumultuous future, and from there, a brighter, more connected tomorrow. Thank you.
Alexis Labalarte grew up just 15 minutes from campus. At Cal State Fullerton, she pursued a degree in liberal studies, demonstrated excellence, and was awarded the Liberal Studies Scholarship in 2021. As a graduate, Alexis is looking forward to pursuing her lifelong goal of pursuing a career in education.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Hello, colleagues and faculty, family and friends. My name is Alexis Labalardi. I would first like to thank the Liberal Studies faculty for having such confidence in my capabilities. I can't express enough how rewarding and satisfying this moment feels. To my fellow graduates, I hope that you share my sentiment. Earning a university degree is a monumental accomplishment, and each and every one of us in attendance today deserves to bask in our achievements. Undoubtedly, the past 4 years have been riddled with chaos and challenges. Though I could continue to acknowledge the collectively endured hardships throughout this time period, I would rather use this opportunity to highlight the positive changes occurring all around me. Reflecting back at the moment that I declared as a liberal studies major, I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was signing myself up for. All I knew was that it was one of the degree paths I could follow in order to become an educator. Up until this past year, I found difficulty explaining to another person what it meant to be a liberal studies major. I would explain that it's a little bit of everything, or that it's a lot of philosophical debate. While these descriptions do suffice to a certain extent, I recently discovered a new, deeper truth about the essence of liberal studies. In accumulating the knowledge that liberal studies and all faculty members have imparted on me, I have learned the most about myself and what I ascribe meaning to. As liberal studies majors, we are given the privilege to step outside of our own perspectives and challenge ourselves to understand as many alternative viewpoints as we can. The reflexive nature of liberal studies allows its students to be lifelong learners and advocates for self-growth. With this in mind, I have no doubt that we will be properly equipped to contribute to society in meaningful ways. Aside from the variety of paths that we will pave for ourselves throughout society, it is of primary importance to recognize the individual choices that we have made that have culminated in this moment. Choices are made for a myriad of reasons, sometimes with personal benefit in mind, and other times when there are no other choices available. Regardless of the circumstances involved in the choices we've made over the last 4 years, I can say with certainty that we all chose to devote ourselves to the pursuit of knowledge. An inspirational person in my life has never failed to remind me that they can take everything from you, but they can't take away your knowledge. So graduates, never fail to remind yourself of how rich this makes you. The knowledge we are departing California State University of Fullerton with has prepared us to make choices that will allow us to recognize our potential and furthermore, discover the truths and meanings laden within our own lives. Making decisions as such can feel intimidating, uncertain, and sometimes even flat out wrong. One last lesson that liberal studies illuminated for me, and that in turn I would like to illustrate for all of you, is that we aren't ever going to have all of the right answers. Life is meant to be unpredictable. Once we are able to embrace the notion that there is only so much within our realm of control, we can begin to live our lives lightly, truthfully, and meaningfully. Class of 2022, my final hope for all of you is to discover what makes you feel light. Thank you to everyone here today for allowing me the privilege to provide insight on the dignity behind graduating as a liberal studies student. Congratulations, Titans of 2022. We did it. Thank you so much.
Vivian Valenti Flores is an Orange County native and a longtime student of Southern California's public education institutions, earning 2 associate degrees with honors at Cypress College, graduating magna cum laude with a Bachelor's of Arts in Labor Studies at Cal State Domingos Hills, and finally earning her master's degree in political science at Cal State Fullerton, where she was awarded the Outstanding MA Award in Political Science. After graduation, she will continue to advocate for working people in Southern California as a union representative at UFCW Local 324 and hopes to use her degree to help educate others.
Good afternoon, fellow classmates, administrators, faculty, and friends. I'm so proud to stand here with you today as someone who has made it to the other side of my degree program, of the pandemic that has forever changed our lives, and as someone who is so grateful to have had the opportunity to be a graduate student in political science here at Cal State Fullerton. But I wasn't always this person. Before this, I was a public administration student who changed her major and her mind halfway through the program. This put me in the extraordinary position to have had the opportunity to learn not only how the great thinkers of our time have worked to understand our experiment in democracy and freedom and the global landscape of modern times, but also how our American political institutions can and should serve the public's needs. I think it's fair to say, having just navigated our way through such a devastating case study, that the lessons we have learned are innumerable. There is much work to do. I came to this program and this campus a little later than the traditional graduate student might, having chosen to raise 2 kids and my kid brother after my parents passed away before attending college. But one of the perks has been able to have my son walk me to class and realizing that my daughter and I had the same math professor at 2 different schools one semester. I'll never forget picking her up after school one afternoon. She was telling me about her math class and the joke that the professor had told them in class that day. The next day in my class, my professor told the same joke, and I thought, what are the odds? So the next day, when I picked her up after school, I was eager to ask her, is your math teacher Professor Petrie? And she looked at me stunned and said, yes. And I said, my math teacher is Professor Petrie too. And we spent the rest of the semester messing up his jokes in class. When I applied to be a graduate student here, I wrote in my personal statement that the best part of my day is when I get to help people. Luckily, that still remains true today, and I leave here with a deeper understanding of how to do that and why it's necessary to continue to make change when and where we find inequities and social and systemic injustices. My time here has only made me more effective in doing so. When we leave here today in pursuit of our dreams, we will all go forth as braver, kinder, stronger, more educated citizens, survivors of both the pandemic and the first remotely taught graduate program, and also Zoom experts. One of the many things we all have in common is that we want to be involved in making this world a better place. And so I stand here before you today, promising to continue to grow and learn every day, committed to being an example of the change I want to see in the world. And I'll ask all of you to make the same promise and commitment to yourselves and your fellow humans, because we are the future, and what happens now is up to us. I would like to thank the faculty for being truly amazing, for handling themselves and all of us with grace and patience, and for finding a way to traverse and navigate all the obstacles over the last 2 years. I would like to thank my classmates for enlightening and thoughtful discussions, the companionship, and the moral support. And most importantly, I would like to thank my family, who ate fast food dinners and spent their evenings without me more often than I'd like to admit. None of us could have done and achieved what we have today without your support. Please be proud of the work you did here and of the work you will continue to do. Take care of one another as we continue to try and heal and find our way forward in these turbulent times, and never forget that we are Titans, destined for greatness. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Let yourselves be great. The world is counting on you.
Last but not least is Peter Mancia. Peter Mancia is a criminal justice major and a political science minor. He's graduating cum laude. During his time at Cal State Fullerton, he was a member of the Criminal Justice Student Association and the Pre-Law Society Club. Peter has volunteered at the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office and the Public Defender's Office. He is this year's recipient of the William Hobbs Award, and he plans to attend law school after graduation.
Thank you for the introduction. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, family members, and friends. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the class of 2022. Before I proceed further, I would like to share a personal fun fact. The last time I spoke publicly in front of a large crowd, I was a 3.5-foot tall third grader who had just lost a spelling bee in front of the whole school. The word that disqualified me was cheetah. Ever since that day in 2003, I have avoided two things: public speaking and the cheetah enclosure at the zoo. However, a lesson among many that I have learned at Cal State Fullerton has enabled me to bury that phobia and stand here today. That lesson is that I am greater than my fears. Besides allowing me to deliver my speech, this lesson has allowed me to persevere in the face of uncertainty. I was able to overcome a fear of losing my identity when I switched my major from business to criminal justice. I overcame a fear of failure when I remained in school despite witnessing my friends drop out because of COVID. I overcame a fear of incapability when I added political science as a minor, and today I overcame my fear of public speaking. Overcoming fear is one of the many abilities that I have harnessed over the years. However, I would be remiss if I took all the credit. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our faculty whose sacrifices and diligence made this all possible. From patiently teaching us advanced concepts to helping us refine our goals, the professors of the PHA division are truly superlative. I would also like to acknowledge my fellow graduates for helping us shape each other. Collaborating with you all was fundamental to my growth, comprehension, and knowledge. I hope that many of you feel the same way towards me. I would like to end my speech by emphasizing the excellence of the class of 22. There is no better embodiment of the term Titan than my fellow graduates. Despite adverse conditions such as COVID and virtual learning, we demonstrated resiliency to the finish line. This is the group that gets things done. If I could bet the remaining $5 in my bank account on the success of any of you, I would. As the Honorable Michael Scott once said, I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Congratulations, class of 22.
Now we begin the conferral of the academic degrees. Each department will be announced and recognized separately, beginning when appropriate with the awarding of graduate degrees. In recognition of their achievement of a master's degree, graduates and candidates are invested with the hood, symbolizing the completion of graduate work. The length of the hood to the middle of the back designates a master's degree. The hood color signifies the academic degree, and the satin lining of royal blue and white signifies California State University Fullerton colors. Let us begin with the candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Women and Gender Studies.
Liam David Kilby.
Leona Luran.
Lauren Elizabeth Chu.
Stephanie Hasso. Paloma Garcia Aguilar.
Angelica Cruz.
Martha Manzo. Jasleen Alexis Salas.
Jessica Hernandez.
Danielle Jacinta de Silveira. Madison Condra.
Segalem Woldemariam. Anissa Michelle Mallard. Evelyn Sahari Mancias.
Abby Lynn Hunt.
Kayla Danae Stidger. Starlina Sanchez.
Ashley Ormasa.
The candidates for Bachelor degree of Arts in Religious Studies.
Christopher Behar.
Claudia Nayela Valencia.
Ty Butterfield.
Bronson Alexander Vasquez.
The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy.
Jeremy Santiago. Alan Colin Underwood.
Noel Alexander Fitchett.
Sabrina Renee Haudegi.
Adunob Sayugup.
Danielle Sabri.
Brian Dangdui Chu. Aaron T. Dam. Gerardo Angel Arellano.
Scott Stephen Grew.
Diego Roman Ortega. Gabriel Taggart.
Anil Bernadette Jose Joaquin.
Lema Esaksai.
Mariel Jung.
Adriana Isabel Negrete. Nikki Ornelas.
The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies.
Alexis Renee Labalardi.
Presley De La Cruz.
Paige Cerventi. Lexine Nikki Sierra.
Desiree Chantel Arneson Garcia.
Kayla Laramie Morris. Analena Lorraine Lopez. Noel A. Jess. Madison Lewis. Sasha Kiovilisane.
Ana Baldelia Tovar.
Leslie Estrada.
Christina Saucedo. Frank Andrew Ramirez.
Mauricio Govea.
Brendan Richards.
Sofia Delgado Jimenez. Cassidy Casillas. Isabel Marcera Castlemere.
Joanne Santana. Katrina Elise Marr. Anne Fan.
Javier Gustavo Arauz.
Haley Jolene Zarate. Hector David Nunez. Melissa Olivares.
Ina Raju Karamchandani. Madison Guerrero. Maya Angelica Hernandez.
Xochitl Aguilar. Divya H. Bartolome.
Jordan A. Wall.
Mandy Little.
Ryan Matthew Okimoto.
Taylor Lynn Cross.
Caitlin Marie Saunders.
Isabella Diaz. Kasani Alexis Autry.
Megan Kathy Ujic. Miranda Woolley.
Taylor Elizabeth Canada. Natalie Flores. John Alex Alanese. Crystal Cornejo. Annika Fleitas.
Brooke Quintana.
Harmony Ann Grundy.
Valeria Anahi Reynoso.
Elizabeth Lopez.
Marissa A. Flores.
Elena Ramos.
Noelle Tiffany Dill. Diana Corona.
Brenda Munoz.
Ariana Michael Alvalos.
Cynthia Patricia Hernandez.
Julie Cavalier. Desiree Adriana Cespedes.
Jeremy Malazarte.
Ashley Burrows. Chelsea Chinta Buzan.
Diana Torres.
Zoe Lucier.
Naomi Yee.
Rebecca Gialina Bao. Viviana Isabel Bautista Zelaya.
Haley Paige Johnson.
Anna Beatrice Bautista. Diana Rebecca Alvarez. Andrew Cromer. Daniela Alcaraz.
Mylin Nguyen.
Stephanie Michelle Duarte. Francesca Renee Clemente.
Kayla Lamb.
Leslie Santana.
Yaritza Leon Garcia.
Victoria Alejandra Pacheco.
Chloe Elizabeth Allen.
Elisha Elizabeth McCarrig.
Amanda Cruz.
Nicole Hines.
Jessica Marie Donaldson.
Paige Elizabeth Muller. Vanessa Salcido. Lauren Weber.
Gabrielle Renee Guyman.
Crystal Leslie Rodriguez. Cassandra Plouffe. Madison Wand. Jordan Rose Martinez. Quentin Sanchez.
Kevin Ji-Young Chang. Elizabeth H. Chu.
Presley Ryan Misch.
Kevin On.
Elise Destiny Bunch.
Janae Leva.
Alan Andre Rodriguez. Tatiana Araceli Torres.
Amber Nicole DeAnda.
Sarayi Macias.
Veronica Bakani Arsabal.
Joanna Chung-Un Lee. Tiffany Yejin Kim.
Maple Choi. Adilene Ayala.
Brenda Marlene Pineda.
Crystal Chantel Beltran. Haley Ray Fisher.
Patricia Maldonado.
Nexus Monet Castellanos. Samantha Chai.
Katrina Marie McGrath. Sonia Elizabeth Pisano. Irving Alexis Pena Monroy. Erica Villa. Liliana Guadalupe Vega. Alyssa Rosiles.
Grace Chavez.
Javier Ortiz.
Sydney Bell.
Yvonne Marie Corey.
Katrina Marie McGrath.
Diana Hernandez.
Stephanie Enriquez Maldonado.
Brenda Verona. Cassandra Melissa Meza.
The candidates for Master of Arts in Public Administration.
Glory Lopez.
Nicole Maria Mesqua. Catarina Elise Centeno. Christopher Viado Kasip.
Shamila O. Monica Torres.
Nicholas Minbui. Nicholas Daniel Barrera.
Lee S. Valdez. Elizabeth Talavera. Benjamin Samuel Soto.
Donald Jones.
Susie Rodriguez.
Elizabeth Marie Cerrito.
Elizabeth Gonzalez Murillo.
Jennifer Contreras. Melissa Davis.
Mackenzie Roberts.
Carla Sarisa Duran.
Colby Mark Manning. Laura Ann Russell.
Megan Louise Ayala.
Jared Curtis Hill.
The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration.
Martin Vicente Gaspar.
Sean Thomas Donnelly.
Danielle Sanchez. Vanessa Alexandra Sanchez.
Natalie Nicole Hernandez.
Daphne Marie Madrigal. Guadalupe Mani. Anthony Miranda.
Richard Irvin Amezcua.
Joaquin Garcia.
David Song Tan.
Anaí Allen Castro.
Irina Phillips.
Raul Loera Jr.
Anissa Omar.
Zachary James Brooks.
Nicole Lopez.
Anaí Bautista Garcia.
Celine Sun. Umberto Zambrano. Monaco Trevino Rivas.
Amaris Aloisi. Eliana Cedillo.
Justin Lee Wilson.
The candidates for Master of Arts in Political Science.
Vivian June Valenti Flores.
The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Political Science.
Mohammed Sahibzada. Giovanni Sandoval. Isaac Jesus Magana. Cassie Francesca Vickers.
Catherine Dang. Melanie Joshua Castillo.
Chase Elizabeth Moore.
Peter Feldstein.
Yvonne Lopez.
Eric Gregory Palmer. David Sanchez.
Joseph Cremona.
Natalie Gonzalez. Trevor Matthew Jones. Miranda Janae Keller.
Enrique Alexandro Rodriguez.
Quinn Boer.
Lisette Torres.
Rokaya Hamdi.
Madeline Torres.
Donald Constantinos Glinky.
Jamie Flores.
Cameron Teague.
Jaden Kiesling.
LJ Mark Velasco Sanchez.
Julie Vo. Paul Anthony Reza. Luis Alejandro Vasquez.
Carlos Albert Gomez.
Yuliana Mata Velasquez. Jacqueline Noemi Martinez.
Daisy Rocio del Cid.
Fernando Sanchez. Joshua Ray Umali. Kimberly Villamil. Jose Perez.
Andrea Daniela Chavez.
Kristen Anna Marie Sinks.
Anna Goretti Castro. Ian Alexander Finley.
Miguel Angel Ortiz.
Christopher James Carter.
Summer Kayla Murphy.
Hector B. Heredia. Alberto Leon.
Nayeli Perez.
Claudia Lazaro.
Blake Kari.
James Vincent Stalino III. Thomas Quang Tran.
Amaya Janae Banks. Robert Esparza. Joseph Elizalde. Evelyn Fuentes.
Calvin Keys.
Christovan Michael Schroer.
Evan W. Gangloff.
Ariadna Calva. Loai Albalbisi.
Andrea Ramos. Nathan Isaiah Ortiz.
Krish Magagana.
Christian Soto.
Javier Hernandez.
Citlali Perez.
Eden Berhanu.
Jake Ribzik.
Abraham Basilio.
Yasmin Yu Ureño. Elisa To Hung. Roxana Angela Rosales Torres. Joseph Eleuterio Munoz.
Mineli Arakelians Geschlag. George Martin Castagna. Dana M.A.S.A. Bohamad.
Zachary Taylor. Isa Violet Martinez.
Caitlin Blue.
Daniel Ramos.
Dana M.A.S.A. Bohamad. Jorge A. Flores.
Cassandra Hallett. Melissa Ibeth Lanares.
Christina Sargesian.
Luke Anthony Blackburn. Maria El Margarisi. Cameron Amintinat.
Yasmin Mikov. The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice.
Teresa Rodriguez.
Alexandra Loaiza Medina.
Maria T. Del Rio. Alondra Flores.
Rosa Alicia Sandoval. Luis Martin Robles. Adamary Griselda Ozuna. Sebastian Raul Torres. Kevin Dang Pham. Jesus Monreal.
Crystal Marie Gallegos Ramirez.
Michael Avila. Cecilia Flores. Stephanie Ambris. Jonathan Antonio Gomez.
Madeline Angel Moreno.
Hannah Rose.
Tyler Bishop. Katrina Marie Salonga Francisco.
Christopher Valdivia.
Jordan Aaron Gutierrez.
Hugo Casarubias. Ian Daniel Baker.
Diego Lomeli Martin.
Justin Tuan Khoi Pham.
Alan Duong.
Raymond Huyn.
Tiffany Trang. Peter Mancia.
Jalen A. Asijan.
Jacqueline Martinez Stevens. Allison Joy O'Donnell. Leah Takadine.
Zachary Joseph Estrada.
Vivian Ide Nuno.
Landon Bankston.
Jeffrey Robert Garcia.
Chase Mackenzie Nunn. Jada Takeda. Phoebe Tran Nguyen.
Layla Heather Ibrahim Hernandez.
Rihanna Raylyn Romero.
Chelsea Anna Brenchley. Kimberly Cruz.
Jennifer Guerrero.
Martinez Idovico Eduardo. Lisette Nava. Joseph Alexander Zavala. Ray Dong Tran.
Chloe Pierce.
Jada Nicole Brown.
Mariah Stewart. Saida Mora.
Jake Alston.
Brandon Manriquez.
Juan Mauricio Guerrero. Fidel Lopez.
Nicole Camarena Osuna.
Trevor Todd Sluice. Kathleen L. Vasquez.
Kenneth Esquivel.
Juanita Gabriela Mancias.
Jose Cruz. Sarai Cordova. Jacob Anthony Baresh I.
Cynthia Nguyen. Adam Joseph Murray.
Someli Celedon Sandoval.
Savannah Kayasid.
Savannah Bauer.
Belen Medina. Abigail Murillo.
Brenda Castro.
Megan Alyssa Sue. Deyanira Rivera. Daisy Valeria Toscano.
Rejoice Griffiths. Cristina Jacinto.
Fernanda Sanchez. Nicholas McCarty.
Shannon Dewey. Hayden Elizabeth Black.
Daniel Pablo Sanchez.
Cassandra Noel Donahue.
Anel Viridiana Gonzalez.
Cassandra Orozco.
Joshua Lung.
Anthony Frias.
Christian Garibay.
Jasmine Rendon.
Destiny Gomez.
Alexis Duron.
Shayna Grace Gonzalez.
Anush Narcisian.
Brandon Barlow.
Elizabeth Adriana Perez. Jose Enrique Medrano. Stephanie Suarez Solano. Irelda Lisbeth Rodriguez.
Tanya Maria Davila.
Nancy Tapia. Jessica Guadalupe Villagran Cardoso.
Kevin Jimenez.
Israel Preciado.
Lucia Ayala.
Anayeli Martinez. Daniel Sanchez.
Genesis Galayana.
Sidlali Arjon Garcia.
Ashley Nicole Quiros. Megan Mariah Mesa.
Catherine Vanessa Garcia Bonilla.
Brianna Denise Rodriguez. Giselle Robleto.
Lucas Lusher. Jacob Lusher.
Diego A. Pedroza. Jake Pollock.
Genesis Giselle Flores Martinez. Abigail Amaya. Fernanda Giselle Alvarez. Andrew Delgado Alonso.
Diana Natalie Munoz.
Shi Yao Jiang.
Justin Jacob Alvarez.
Isabel Skaggs.
Finley Reese Connolly.
Isabella May Rofsky. Dylan A. Valdez. Salvatore Rini.
Jesse Garcia.
Isaac Berrigan.
Alyssa Perez. Leslie Ann Rodriguez Torres.
Hazel Nicole Lewis. Luis Angel Guzman.
Henry Ramos. Jennifer Christie Zavala. Jocelyn Martinez Andrade. Anna R. Perry. Andrew Samudio. Latheria Woods.
Rachel Sayaka Ikeda.
Elvia Johanna Madrano.
Priscilla Lopez.
Karen Plazola.
Karina Cardenas.
Ibrahim Sunel Yanez. Fernando Sanchez.
Jasmine Isabel Salgado.
Diana Bonilla. Nancy Lizette Benitez.
Jesus Lopez Huerta.
Isaac Armando Chacon.
Alexandra Jimenez.
Anthony Angel Martinez.
Brandon Lay.
Brian Anthony Macias. Tong Nguyen. Andrew Melford.
Brian Barroso.
Roberta Jaime.
Ariana Cosette Chavez.
Jordan Patton.
Jennifer Lynn Blady.
Blanca Yesenia Garcia.
Tim E.A.
Jenny Lee.
Amanda Whiting.
Anaí Carolina Jimenez Hill.
Adam Ismael Santana.
Daniel Omar Lopez.
Kate Tran.
Natalie Heppel.
Juan Avila.
Anton Sala. Javier Serrano Jr. Natalie Cordova Soto.
Yamilet Hernandez Palacios. Michelle Gonzalez Madrigal.
Caitlin Perez. Wendy Lizette Soto. Austin Kane Meyer.
Kelly Gonzalez.
Camilo Rivera. Ruth Curarte. Ismael Perez.
Jessica Huertas.
Amos Pilson.
Sophia Anna Cambra.
Jeremy Terrones. Daniel Reyes.
Alondra Barrera. Genesis Candelaria.
Jose Adalberto Vera.
Christopher Andros Estrada. Rachel Kristen Council.
Kayla Taylor. Mitchell Alexander Martinez. Ryan Michael Miller Meyer.
Evelyn Castellanos.
Andrea Silva.
Alexis Michaela Fierro.
Julia Alyssa Perez. Romero Pete Perez Jr. Ken Quinn Nguyen.
Matthew David Escada. George Jonathan Bolanos.
Natalia Zizumbo.
Delilah Juarez.
Monica Cruz Salcedo Guerra. Maribel Cruz Salcedo.
Josue S. Flores. Dustin Philip Burrow.
Matthew Lopez.
Maria Isabel Rosales.
Carly Rochelle Flores.
Antonio Ortiz. Sharon Carmen Riveros. Jack Shimasaki.
Angel C. Duran. Richard Velasco.
Jennifer Juarez.
Raul Melendres.
Edwin Esteves.
Jesse Gonzalez.
Joshua Martinez. Alyssa Angel Cano. Karen Ramirez.
Octavio Garcia.
David Paul Anastasia.
Henry Omar Lares.
Paulina Alejandra Sarmiento.
Cynthia M. Garcia.
Dariana Salgado. Nicole McClellan. Esteban Velasquez.
Karina Cecilia Cervantes.
David Loeza.
Shady Padilla.
Grace M. Galvan.
Madison J. Workman. Ricardo Emmanuel Martin Navarro. Kylie Jordan Marquardt. Cesar David Padilla.
Alex Quara. Emily Guadalupe Benitez. Jasmine Baez.
Anissa Angelica Gomez. Kayla Peyton Jew.
Jessica Maria Cunha.
Kaya Townsend.
Yvette Bravo Agustin.
Ricardo Emmanuel Martin Navarro. Armando Ponce.
Giovanni Aaron Aguilar. Alejandra Frutos.
Marlene Ramirez.
Nilson Huete.
Jesus Arizmendi. Eileen Danielle Fajardo.
Joanna Alejandrina Venegas.
Alexander Contreras. Giovanni Franco. Heisel Yvette Castro.
Ivan Martinez. Carlos Joe Martinez Jr.
Misael Avila.
Savannah Marie Villanueva.
Brittany Ann Barber.
Sarai Lua.
Rocio Frausto.
Tanya Alondra Morones.
Paola G. Agustin. Christopher Brown.
Samuel Lee.
Adriana Michelle Alvarado.
Jasmine Galvan. Garrett Edward Granger.
Naomi Monique Sotelo. Daniel Yong Song.
Jasem Adaud.
Alexandria Sarah White. Montserrat Valdez.
Kelvin April Leandri.
Amira Samatur. Jeffrey Tyler Lee.
Esteban Josue Hamilton.
Vanessa Bravo.
Miyoko Sono Ikeuchi Sorados.
Stephanie Rodriguez.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Doreen Marie Camacho.
Alyssa Kathleen Griffiths.
Kira No.
I'd like to hand it over to Provost Carolyn Thomas for the conferral of degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the State of California and the trustees of the California State University, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you qualify with all the rights, privileges, and honor pertaining thereto. Now it is time for the traditional moving of the tassel. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Valued family and friends, I present to you the graduates of California State University Fullerton's class of 2022.
Graduates! Did you hear that word? Graduates! Today, on behalf of California State University Board of Trustees, Provost Thomas conferred on you your diplomas, and on behalf of the college, I commend and congratulate you on your achievements. I would please ask that our guests now remain seated while the platform party, followed by the faculty and students, recess out of the stadium. And it's with great pleasure that I announce that this commencement ceremony of the graduating class of 2022 of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences is now concluded.